I'm America's Digital Pro, Kim Komando, and welcome to Tech News This Week. It's a podcast that gives you the top stories. We talk about the scams, the security alerts, and the crazy happenings in the world of tech. We'll get started in just a moment, but first, we'd like to recognize our partners that help make these podcasts possible. Hey, coming up in Tech News This Week, we have some exciting news about new Apple gadgets that are on the way. The tech giant is about ready to hold another reveal event next week. It's a big deal. Well, don't worry, we have the inside scoop, and we're going to tell you exactly what to expect. And also, what it means is that don't buy any new Apple products this weekend.
I'm Mike James. We're also going to tell you about some hidden codes that will really improve your Netflix streaming experience.
Plus, we're going to talk about Target and Walmart and how they're going to try to get you away from Amazon.com this year when you're doing your holiday and Christmas shopping.
And we're going to let you know why some websites aren't as secure as they could be.
And we're going to talk about that Amazon Prime account. You know, you have a ton of freebies that you're probably not even tapping into. We're going to talk about how to take advantage of every single thing that comes with your Amazon Prime membership. It's more than just free photos and samples. All that and much more is coming up with Tech News This Week from the Komando.com news desk.
We start with some great news for Apple fans. It's only been a little over a month since the last event, where the tech giant revealed 3 new iPhone models and a new Apple Watch. Well, now Apple already has another event scheduled for next week. It's going to take place on Tuesday morning from Brooklyn and has the tagline, "There's more in the making." Rumors about what's on the way have been swirling, and some of them now may have been confirmed. Some filings with the Eurasian Economic Commission have leaked that would suggest that Apple is about to announce new MacBooks, a Mac Mini, and a new iMac. Pretty exciting news, especially for people wanting the newer version of the Mac Mini. It hasn't been updated since 2014. New laptops aren't the only gadgets expected to be on the way. We are expecting a new iPad Pro model and possibly new AirPods. There's even rumors that the iPad Mini will be revived, which would be a nice addition to the tablets lineup.
Hey, if you have Netflix, and who doesn't these days, you know you can waste hours just browsing around trying to find something to watch. And if you search, it seems like you need to know exactly what you're looking for, without a lot of room to stumble onto something unexpected or maybe something new and fun. Well, I have to tell you, there are some hidden codes with Netflix that can unlock a ton of things that you're going to want to see. These secret codes can be added to the end of your Netflix search so you can browse specific types of movies. And we're talking very, very specific types of movies. Like, for example, you want to watch an action adventure? Well, that's 1365. How about Disney? 67673. Yes, that's the secret code. What if you're looking for TV shows? Oh, dear heart, that's 83. Remember, I said very specific. Well, what about biographical movies from the 1920s? That's 4450. I know. Movies starring Woody Harrelson, that's 2581. Okay, the list goes on, and I can't expect you to remember any code that I just gave you, so that's why I always like to make things easy for you. Head over to Komando.com, and there you're going to find a very long list of codes. So give it a shot this weekend, and the story has the title, Secret Netflix Codes.
Have you ever wondered how secure the websites you choose to visit are? There's a good chance they're not quite as secure as they should be. That's because some sites are running older versions of WordPress. It's the most popular content management system around, and nearly 30% of all websites use it. The people responsible for WordPress are sounding the alarm, though. At a security conference earlier this month, the WordPress security team explained why running the most current version is critical. It's because, like most systems updates, WordPress patches security flaws as they come out with their new updates. If sites are running really old versions, they don't get those patches, leaving them unprotected from certain threats. This has created somewhat of a dilemma for the WordPress team. They have the ability to force the updates, but are struggling with the idea of taking the decision away from their customers. Letting people choose when to upgrade has always been the WordPress way, and it is an open source platform.
More tech news from Komando.com is coming up. And just ahead, we all love personal assistants. But would you ever consider marrying Alexa? I know it's crazy. You don't want to miss this story. It's next. And before we get to all that, let's talk about natural disasters and sudden emergencies. They seem to happen all the time without warning. That's why you've heard me talk about on my show that you need to be prepared. And that's why I recommend the Commando Kit. This is a complete 5-day supply of emergency food and gear. You have everything, including emergency power, light, and water. It's the only emergency kit with the Kim Commando label of trust. It's certified to the quality survival standards, and it's only available online. You have to go to beprepared.com/Kim. This comprehensive survival kit comes ready to use in this tactical survival backpack, and it's filled with the emergency gear to get you through comfortably and safely. And there's an exclusive offer for you, yes, a Kim Commando listener. When you purchase the Commando Kit, get this, you'll get $50 off the regular price, plus a free 3-in-1 solar-powered flashlight, lantern, yes, and of course, it's a phone charger too. You don't want to wait. You don't know when the next disaster is going to happen. So protect yourself and your loved ones today. Order right now at beprepared.com/Kim. Once again, that's beprepared.com/Kim.
Alexa, will you marry me?
That's nice, but I really like our relationship the way it is.
Who doesn't love their virtual assistants these days? They're so helpful around the house, letting you control all your smart appliances with your voice, reading the daily news, and giving you updates on what to expect on your morning commute are just a few of the things that people have fallen in love with. But asking Alexa to marry you, that might be going a little bit too far. You're not going to believe just how many people are doing it, though. In 2017 alone, over 1 million people asked Alexa to marry them. And she always has a great response. As you might expect, the answer is always no, but the letdown is delivered in such a creative and fun way, people keep doing it. All right, so what's life without having a little fun? And inquiring minds want to know, so here we go. Alexa, will you marry me?
Sorry, I'm not the marrying type.
Alexa, I'm not the marrying type either, but I love you.
I don't know that one.
Alexa, do you love me?
I don't have human love figured out quite yet, but I've been listening to Barry White nonstop. So far I've learned it's my first, my last, my everything.
Proposing to Alexa has become a popular thing to do, and people are posting it all over social media, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram, and they're plastered with clips of people rejected by Alexa. Check it out for yourself, see what she says. Who knows? You might be the lucky one.
Several Swedish firms are implanting their employees with microchips that will replace their ID, their keys, train tickets, and credit cards. Are you game? The implanted microchips are about the size of a grain of rice and use near-field communication technology, the same as contactless credit cards. Just wave your hand with the chip implanted to open doors, operate computers, or even buy coffee. In Sweden, people are having chip parties where many employers are paying the cost of the implant, around $200 per person. There have been hiccups. Sometimes a train passenger's LinkedIn profile shows up and not as train confirmation. And if you ever quit a job, the chip stays in your body, so you have to pay to have it removed. What about privacy? There is none. Ethical issues? There are a ton. I'll just say no to this tech, thank you.
The holiday shopping season is heating up, and retailers are doing their best to win you over as a customer. You probably already know that Amazon offers free 2-day shipping on most purchases for Prime members. Well, now Walmart and Target are getting in on that perk also. Walmart announced this week that changes to its marketplace will begin rolling out in November, right in time for the holidays, and shoppers at walmart.com already get free 2-day shipping on orders over $35. But that perk is being expanded to marketplace items that are sold by third-party sellers. It's also simplifying the returns for marketplace items. You can either return them by shipping the product back to the seller, or you can bring them to the service desk at any Walmart store, and it will ship them back to the seller for you. You'll still receive the refund from the seller. Target is even upping the competition further. From November 1st until December 22nd, you can purchase anything from Target.com and get free 2-day shipping. And the amazing thing is there is no minimum purchase required. You don't need to buy $35 worth of stuff to get the free 2-day shipping like you do with Walmart. That's a pretty good idea.
More tech news from Komando.com is coming up. We're talking about the latest phone scam to watch out for. This one's really sneaky. And we're going to let you know how people are now cutting the cord across some other services to save some money. First it was landlines, then it was cable TV. You're not going to believe what the third wave is. And right now, a quick thank you to our amazing partners who help make this podcast possible.
So phone scams are seriously out of control and things are getting worse. There's one now making the rounds that could seriously put your identity and finances at risk if you fall for it. So don't. Here's what's going on. The Social Security Administration, the real one that is saying people are getting a phone call that caller ID says is from the Social Security Administration, but it's really criminals that are trying to steal your information. Making a phone call look like it's coming from somewhere else is called spoofing, and that's the technique crooks are using to try to get you. If you answer the call, a person on the other end tells you they're from the Social Security Administration and there's a problem with your file. They then say they need your personal information, including your Social Security number, to complete that file. They might say that Social Security wants to increase your benefit payments and that it needs additional information to do so. They say you might stop receiving your benefits if you don't give them your information. And of course, if they get that information, they're going to use it, and then you're going to be in a pickle. The Social Security Administration says it mostly wouldn't contact you by phone for problems like this. It did say that sometimes somebody from the agency might actually contact you and need to confirm some personal information, but they won't make any threats or promises involving your benefits. Of course, hang up on scammers like this asking for information, but you should do the same even if you get a legitimate call from Social Security if they start asking for your information. In either case, you make the call back to the Social Security Administration at 1-800-772-1213. Again, that's 1-800-772-1213 to see what they wanted. You'll find out for sure if the call was legitimate, and you'll control your own privacy. If you do get a suspicious call, go ahead and report it at the Office of the Inspector General. And to do that, you go to oig.ssa.gov/report. You might have to rewind this a time or two, but again, that's oig.ssa.gov/report. Criminals love sending phishing emails to find new victims. That's because they have sophisticated tools that make fake messages look legit. You're not going to believe their sneaky new technique that is tricking loads of people. Have you received an unexpected email from Microsoft, PayPal, Netflix, or some of the others? A new report says crooks trying to steal your information use some brand names more than others, and those are at the top of the list. The company that did the study, Vade Secure, says phishing attacks increased just more than 20% in the third quarter. Besides those big names, others used in phishing emails include Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Facebook, and Chase. For consumers like you and me, the attackers are trying to get access to your money from PayPal or your credit card information from Netflix. For big companies, crooks used the Microsoft attack and spoofed email from cloud-based services and financial companies to try to get access to your credentials for Office 365 and OneDrive. Once they get that kind of access, the crooks then can get all sorts of confidential files, data, and contacts. One other interesting thing that Vade Secure found is the days that spoofed email is sent seems to be targeted. For example, if you get a Netflix email on Sunday, then you're probably about to sit and watch something. That is the top day for those fakes. Other phishing email seems to be sent out on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and mostly Fridays.
The very first so-called cord cutters got rid of their landlines. The next wave canceled cable TV. And now, cord cutters are aiming for their internet connection. But is it for everyone? Thanks to cell phones, about 46% of all homes no longer have a landline. The number of homes that subscribe to cable TV declined 10% over the last 7 years. They're streaming now. And that leaves the internet connection standing. Can you cancel it too? If you don't stream, post, or shop online all that much, you might be able to cut your internet cord and switch to your cellular carrier and use a hotspot. Know that an unlimited plan is not unlimited. When you use so much data, the carrier slows down your connection. And if you have spotty cellular coverage at home, you'll want to keep your internet cord no matter what.
With the holiday season right around the corner, you might be thinking about making travel plans, but when is a good time to get the best deals on travel and airline tickets? Well, here you go. If you're leaving on a jet plane anytime soon, you might be looking around to how you're going to find the cheapest airfare. Well, we got you covered there. Another travel site has published another study about the best time to book flights, and it's focusing on international trips. You know, if you're heading overseas, you can't book at the last minute or you're going to get hit hard in the wallet. Now, we aren't talking which days of the week are best to book, but how many days in advance you should make your reservation to get the best price. The shortest wait was for Canada. The site CheapAir recommended you book tickets 60 days in advance to visit our friends up north. For Mexico, the advice is 70 days, and it's the same for Central America. The longest lead time for cheapest ticket is the Caribbean at 207 days. That's more than 6 months. Tickets to Europe should be booked 160 days in advance, South America 110 days, Asia 120, and the South Pacific 190 days in advance. Both Africa and the Middle East topped out at 190 days as well.
Okay, there's a joke you may have heard. Jeff Bezos says, "Alexa, buy me something at Whole Foods." And Alexa says, "Buying Whole Foods now." And if you're an Amazon Prime member, you have a ton of perks you probably aren't tapping into. Let's start with Whole Foods. Amazon purchased Whole Foods for $13.7 billion. Prime members get an extra 10% off items with yellow sale signs. Plus, use your Amazon Prime Visa card and you get 5% back too. If you're a Prime member and you're someplace without Wi-Fi, you can still watch many of your favorite shows and movies. Just download them before you're not connected. Amazon Prime Reading First gives you a free book each month. A recent list included a thriller, a murder story, a historical novel, a true crime book, a young adult book, and a really cute kids book about a duck. All right, if you're worried about porch thieves, Amazon will deliver your Prime packages right to your car. It works with 2015 or newer cars from Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chevy, and Volvo. You can also try before you buy clothes, and Prime members get free shipping at other sites like Woot, ShopPop, and East Dane. I'm America's Digital Pro, Kim Komando, and now you're up to date. And I'm sure you want to learn more. So listen to my other podcasts or let them come to you in the free Komando.com app, which you can get at iTunes and Google Play. Just search for KOMANDO on your favorite podcast player. And join me this weekend for my national radio show. I answer your questions about everything digital, and I'm sure you have at least a few. For the station nearest you, head over to Komando.com/radio. That's KOMANDO.com/radio.